Another FPL video, and of course this is Milk, and this is the Milk channel, and welcome to game week 26 review, where we're looking back at the first weekend of game week 26, or everything that happened, and much more. Let's get into this. As you can see, only 4 players have played so far. Some teams haven't fielded anybody yet, or some of the players haven't played yet. But for me, the double Sheffield defense didn't work out. But you can't have it all. So I got the goal of Wilson, which is great. Other than that, Rico didn't do well, and of course the Man City and West Ham game got cancelled, meaning that we'll have to wait to find out whether will it happen this week or in another game week. Other than that, 11 points so far, slide rank to just above 400k. Hopefully by the end of this week I'll be back to my 200k mark, and hopefully I'll be pushing for more. Noble, it's his last day. He has overstayed his welcome. He wasn't supposed to stay this long. He's overstayed his welcome. His time is up. It's time to move on. But other than that, I'm still waiting on the other players. The Sheffield guys didn't work out, but I'm gonna stick with them even though they have a blank game week. I'm planning to field Rico, Cantwell and Henley during game week 28. They've had a few clean sheets, have Norwich, so hopefully they'll get a clean sheet in game week 28, because Baldock, Stevens, Ozil will be having blanks, including Grealish. I'll sub out Grealish. Grealish will have a double game week around the corner. I'm guessing they'll have to bring him back, or maybe make a plan to keep him, but maybe I'll lose Ozil, but I don't want to lose Ozil. Ozil has great fixtures coming up, just like Wilson. I think they will be premature. I'll field them against Liverpool, I'll field them against all the tough teams, and against Crystal Palace, Wolves, and hopefully he can repay my faith, because nobody has him, and it's good. I will be back to Jimenez. I like Jimenez. We've had him from the beginning, so I'm also backing him too. So a lot to happen. If you're wildcarding though, I don't think I need to. I think it's premature to wildcard now, because especially if you don't have a team like mine. If you don't have a team like mine, then by all means, if you have a sort of a template team with the likes of Soyuncu and those guys, but Soyuncu is good going forward. Maybe like Man City, then City assets, some Tottenham assets, then yeah, by all means do wildcard. But the main idea of a wildcarding now is to get the Liverpool assets, the Arsenal assets, the Crystal Palace assets. Those guys that are having good fixtures to come in the near future. Likewise, Leicester boys. So if you've got those Madison guys now, don't get rid of them, keep them. It's so premature. Play them against City. It's just one game where they'll do bad, and they'll probably do well for the rest of the season for you. So I am thinking as well of bringing in Madison for Grealish for the first time. We'll see what will happen there. But other than that, this is how it looks now. Still a lot to come. Captain Ings hopefully will do the things in the future. On to him now. It's all on to him. Hopefully he can move on us into better things. These are the results. 3-1. We did predict a win by Everton. Everton have been fantastic, but bear in mind they've been playing easy teams, so the guys that are rushing in for Richarlison will be disappointed, because he will not score as much even though I had him against Man City and he scored against Man City. That was great for me, but I am not hopeful for his future, and I would think twice before bringing in their assets, because have a really tough run of fixtures coming up. But in the future, after those tough runs, they end the season quite well, and we could see Everton potentially back in Europe, also fighting for that place. But the good team that is doing the biz, it is none other than Sheffield. Sheffield themselves, they set for Europe. They playing well, bring in European quality. Sander Berge, I know he hasn't started well, but he's doing well. And Lundstrom showed that he's still a good player for Sheffield, and they need him. They are still going to need him for future. We did predict a 1-1 scoreline at Brighton and Watford game. Watford started well, but after the goal, Brighton responded well, and they showed that they wanted to win. And in a game like this, where both teams are in a dogfight, scrambling to survive, there's surely going to be fireworks, and there were, people hitting the post, but it is what it is. Great game, tight game as predicted, 1-1. It was the game in Manchester was postponed, and yeah, hopefully it'll be restored in this game week for most people, especially those that have Man City assets. And also for me that have Noble, because I don't want Rico to come in, and hopefully Noble could score a penalty or something like that and secure a win. But yeah, those are the results so far. This is how the success rate went. 3 of the results I got them correctly. I did predict a win in the Sheffield and Everton, and also I predicted correctly the scoreline and the results. It's a draw, 1-1. Great result there. P for purple, postponed. Not a purple patch for them. Man City game will be postponed. We will find out when will it be played, and more news about it probably later this week. There's the game now. These are the milk of the matches. In case you guys missed it, do find out why I chose these guys in the game week 26 part 1 review. Only one was correct. Calvin Lewin, Forster and Henderson, no penalty save, no clean sheet for them. Aguero, of course, his game was suspended, but he will probably still make me proud whenever they eventually decide to play. These are the transfer plans. As I said, Noble overstayed his presence. He wasn't supposed to, but then Lundstrom lost his place, so I had to react. And again, Baldock, I got punished because Stevens didn't do so well, but I gotta live with it. Sheffield still have great fixtures, so there's still great assets going forward, but Noble has to go now. It's his time, and I've brought in none other. The guy is doing well, 3rd most points this season, or 4th after Vardy, because it's Salah, De Bruyne, Vardy, and then this guy, Mane himself. He's been doing well, most people's player of the season, but Salah has also come good recently, so they might also turn the corner to say he's the player of the year. PFA awards are coming soon. We'll find out who the coaches and the captains and the players will choose. Other than that, Mane is back. He's been rested for over a month now, so I think he'll be ready to go, and he'll play well, and he will do well against Noble's team, West Ham. So this is how the team will look, back on the triple up of Liverpool, and yep, they're looking good. Most of the players have home games. I'm still captaining Ings again against Aston Villa, but it might change. I've got a month to decide who I want to play as captain, but at the moment it's on Ings, and the vice captain is on Salah. Both these guys are playing well and they're scoring well. Ings got a goal in the FA Cup, so he's also hungry for more goals, I'm sure. Even though he's had a recent goal drought in the Premier League, but he's shown that he still has goals in him when he scored against Tottenham in the FA Cup. Other than that, if you're a wildcard and don't wildcard yet, I suggest wait for the news about double game weeks and all that stuff so that you can activate your wildcard just a week before you're about to get the most points you can get out of all these chips. I still have all my chips. I still have my wildcard, still have my triple cats, and still have all of them, and I'm in a good position. So it's all looking good at the moment. Hopefully I can go back to the 200k ranking. What do you guys think of my team? How are you guys lining up? Do leave and comment how your teams are. Who are you captaining? What do you think of my team? Any suggestions do you guys have? Please don't be shy and leave a comment. I won't bite, and help me out, and I'm also willing to help. I'm also on Twitter at MilkThought. If you have any questions, I will answer every tweet. And yeah guys, good luck, have a good game week, see you next time.